You do not need self-improvement as a woman. If you've been trying to work on yourself, watching videos, reading books, trying to become better, and somehow you don't feel like yourself, this video will give you a reason why that might be happening. Because I do not think more women need self-improvement. In fact, I think it's doing the opposite of what you want. Because the more I tried to fix myself, the further I felt from who I actually was. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Twinkle. I study what make women powerful and I share all of my findings with you so that you and I can become the best version of ourselves. If you are interested into such topics, make sure to subscribe. And now let's be really honest about what self-improvement looks like right now. If you are into the self-improvement space, you know that you are consuming a lot, trying to build better habits, fixing your mindset, and trying to become more disciplined. And again, none of this is wrong, but at the same time, you feel inconsistent, overwhelmed, slightly disconnected, and like you're always a work in progress. It's like you're constantly in that pursuit of becoming, but you're never actually being. And even though I am a self improvement creator, I know this for a fact that here is this part that nobody states clearly. There are a lot of self improvement content for women is built around this one idea: you are not enough as you are. So it gives you habits to fix yourself, rules to follow, versions of better that you can become. And you know what that is leading to? Slowly you are forgetting how to trust your own instincts. Slowly you are outsourcing your life to systems, routines, and other people's definition of growth, self-improvement, and success. So even when you're improving, you're actually moving away from yourself. And that is very scary. So let's simplify this. You don't need to fix yourself, constantly optimize your life, become a completely different person. You don't need more self improvement. What you need, however, is self connection. That's it. And this is exactly what it looks like in practice. Number one, stop assuming that you are the problem. Every time something goes wrong in your life, your first instinct is, I need to work on myself. But what if you are not the problem? What if your environment doesn't fit you? Your routine isn't built for you. Your goals aren't actually yours. So instead of asking what's wrong with me, how about we switch that question and start asking ourselves what doesn't feel right here? This perspective shift is going to change everything, trust me. Number two, replace consumption with self listening. You do not need more self improvement advice. What you need, however, is to hear yourself. You need to be introspecting. You need to be reflecting on your own lived experiences. And to do that, you need to start creating small moments where you sit with your input, you think without guidance, and you decide what's correct without checking it with other people's narrative. It could be something as simple as, what do I actually feel like doing today? Rather than hopping on your Instagram and seeing what other self improvement gurus are doing. When you start listening internally, that is exactly where the clarity is going to come from. Number three, choose expression over optimization. Self improvement is like an algorithm which is designed to make ourselves believe that we are always becoming better. But the real change starts happening in your life when you start expressing who you truly are. Now, in real life, that could look like speaking more honestly, sharing your raw, vulnerable, candid thoughts, doing things exactly your way, and not forcing yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. if that's not what your thing is. You do not need to follow other people's definition of being productive. You just need to figure out what's your own version of it. And that leads me to my fourth point: build self trust, not just discipline. Yeah, discipline is important, discipline is useful. But without self trust, you will always feel like you're forcing your way into life. So start building your self trust. You can do that by keeping your small promises to yourself, acting exactly on what you say matters for you, showing up even on the days when you feel everything is imperfect and you don't feel like it. These consistent small actions are what is going to create confidence in your life. And that is exactly where you're going to build that self trust for which you would not need any motivation to push out the discipline. And then, last but not the least, let your life be a little less perfect. See, I know I have been in the self improvement space. I know that we are always trying to do the things right, to avoid mistakes, to stay in control. But growth is not linear, growth is not clean, it is actually very messy. And you know what? Life feels exactly like life when it gets messy. So I'm not asking you to go bullocks. I'm not asking you to go reckless with your life. I'm just asking you to stay real. And I know this for a fact that a lot of people who consume self improvement content don't really feel connected with this entire narrative of self improvement, but they also feel disconnected with who they are. It's not because you're doing it wrong, it's because you simply need to understand that you don't need fixing. You need more honesty. You don't need to become something new. You need to come back to who you truly are, and that is entirely a different process. So, I hope that this short video has convinced you that you do not need any more self improvement advice. What you need, however, is a life that is truly, lovingly, actually, in all the sincerity, yours.